Welcome mates, I'm BloodThirstyLord by Incoming Lordy, and today we're back once again for another Predator Hunting Grounds video. And within this video, we're going to be discussing some new leaked information based on the next DLC, a new class coming to the fire team. This is going to be very interesting to talk about because it will create some opportunity within the fire team class to have different dynamics within their builds. But before we do get into this video, there's only a small percentage of mates that watch the videos that are actually subscribed. Leave a like to show your support, click that subscribe button to keep up to date, press that join button to become a member of the channel. So without further ado, let's get straight into this. So within the latest Predator update of 2.05, we got a whole bunch of information for the game itself, and it was a massive update overall, around 11 gig, and that obviously contains some leaked information for the next coming updates soon to come in the upcoming months. And Elphonic has not even mentioned what the next paid DLC would be for the game for Predator Hunting Grounds in the month of October. So that made people want to discover what it could be through the leaked information, and they found the next DLC, which will be a fire team DLC. And no, it isn't another Dutch remake for the fire team DLC. That isn't happening, so thank God for that. We already have 2 Dutches. I'm pretty sure that's enough for fire team DLCs when it comes to that character. And what was found was a very interesting character underneath the class name of OWLF Operative. So hopefully there is a screenshot up on the screen highlighting the class itself. So you got the OWLF Operative, so obviously he's from that company, and we get to play as one of those members from the OWLF in the fire team as the next paid DLC, and that's pretty darn awesome. We're gonna go through it and explain everything that comes alongside it. So we're not too sure what the weapons are for this character, what's gonna come alongside it in that free update aspect. We have no clue, but let's read the class attributes and the bio for this character. Trained and equipped by the OWLF, this special agent is built for predator combat with a thermal suit. This soldier's infrared signature is difficult for hunters to track. That is a very interesting component to put into the game for the fire team, because now it's becoming more of a, yes, it is passive, but yes, it's more active at the same time compared to the other passives that are in the game for other class attributes. So overall, his class attributes are thermal suit and Yautja damage resistance. So overall, he takes less damage from the Yautja, and that's just base damage in general. So if it's range attacks, melee attacks, it does not matter. He'll take less damage in general from that Yautja predator, whatever game mode it may be. So that could be in the hunt game mode, and also it can be in the clash game mode. Then moving on to the next aspect is his thermal suit. This is kind of interesting. People are thinking it's going to break the meta and become something of a great interest for this character. Yes, I find it to be very interesting, but at the same time, versing a experienced Predator player, I don't think it'll be that effective, because the Predator players will just track your footprints, and that thermal suit will become pretty much irrelevant. It's just another added function to make it a little bit harder for the Predator. So if you're versing a new Predator player, or someone that isn't too experienced on the Predator, and it's like their first time, so like their 10th time trying it, yes, this will work really darn well in majority of those matches. So very interesting set of class attributes for the character, since they don't really synergize too well. They feel like they're more independent, and they work in different builds depending on what you're building on the character. But let's move on to the stats of the character itself. His health bar is 2 out of 4, his stamina bar is 4 out of 4, movement speed 3 out of 4, and gear 4 out of 4. So he gets up to 12 points of gear with that 4 out of 4, and his movement speed's kind of decent. It's not too fast like the Scout. It's like Dutch 2025, that type of movement speed, a little bit sluggish but not too sluggish. The stamina resource bar is good if you're trying to go for melee attacks, which is going to be a very interesting component of this build, or of this character in my opinion, but we'll talk about it as we go. The health bar is atrocious, but they're trying to make up for the idea that you have a thermal suit, so it's harder to find you overall, but also you have the Yautja damage resistance, which may work a little bit better here, but with 2 out of 4 health bars, I don't think it's a really good perk to have on this. So I don't know if that's up for change or just something they have currently in the build, because when it does get released, it could change. And that's for the appearance of the character and also the stats of the character itself and the class attributes. So now let's move on to the appearance of the character of the OWLF Operative. He's just pretty much covered up in a thermal suit with a vest on him, and then also he's wearing a mask at the same time, and then you can see his eyes, so that may be traced in heat vision, maybe, but I think a very low chance, because he's got like this green paint over him, so there's a chance that that's pretty much stopping the heat vision or not interacting well with it. That's maybe the idea they're having here, and it's very pretty much going to be covered from head to toe with this outfit. So I'm going to be kind of interested in the customization that comes alongside it to see how it changes color. Is it different depictions of it, or is it just going to be the same color and the only thing that changes is his vest? If you can change the thermal suit to other colors, that'd be kind of cool to see as well. It may not be the best way to like camouflage, but it'd be kind of cool to see how it looks overall in the game. And then also one of the main aspects of the build, you can see on the loadout on the left hand side, it's got the sniper, the 2XL, pretty experienced in the aspect of a fire team loadout. Everyone has that same build nearly. Then the gear, field turret, smoke grenade, and perks, whatever perks he wanted. But the most important part is that melee weapon. He's carrying a smart disc. That is something of interest here. I can't wait to see what happens. Is it just going to have the same stats as a normal knife? because obviously the OWLF has collected Predator resources or Predator weaponry throughout the years, and he's using it within his build since he's trained in Predator combat. So I can't wait to see what happens when he carries his Smartest. Is he throwing it out like a range attack, also only limited to the melee stance when he just stabs something with the Smartest? Just a cool customization item for the melee damage, and that is it, and it has no other added benefits towards it. So I feel like it should, on a character loader like this, when it has 4 bars of stamina, I feel like that's a great idea to have some melee damage increase on that with that Smartest too. I feel like it's a cool thing to have. So we'll find out as we go. And a quick disclaimer, some of these things can change before release, because that always happens with leaked information. Some of it can be consistent, and some of it can be inconsistent. So keep that in mind. Maybe the appearance does change quite a bit. Maybe the stats change. Maybe the class attributes. Maybe the melee weapon. Something could change here. It won't be 1-to-1, but most likely, since with all the other leaked information, I'm pretty sure it's a high chance that it will be 1-to-1 from what we've seen here today. But that is everything that you need to know about the next paid DLC, being the OWLF Operative. I'm guessing this will release somewhere in midway of October, and also alongside that, another prediction would be cheaper price compared to the other fireteam DLCs, because obviously they had the voice lines of Dutch, the price was increased. In this case, I feel like it should be decreased by quite a bit, with the same price as a Samurai Predator, most likely around that same section. But mates, tell me your opinions and thoughts in the comment section down below. Are you excited for the next DLC? Do you want it? Do you hate it? Tell me in the comment section down below. As always, it is a pleasure to have you guys on the channel as we go through this, and I'll catch you mates next time. Bye.
Hope to be on one of your live streams, BloodThirstyLord.
Let him flame in one of your videos, bro. That would be sick.